Hey, everybody, welcome back to the DeTalented podcast. It's always such a good, I'm always so excited to jump in there with that big, hey, everybody, welcome back to the DeTalented podcast.
You
I need to come up with something else to say. Super excited to be here. As always, I'm with my co-host, Jimmy DeTalent. Jimmy, I'm going to turn it over to you to say hi, man.
Hi, I'm super excited to be here today. I'm still trying to catch my breath. Literally, I just walked up the stairs, and as you know, those stairs are not kind on me.
Dude, they're not kind on me either.
Man, you say that. You don't seem affected by them.
I am.
I do.
So, dude, I haven't seen you. I've talked to producer Rick.
That's just your name now, producer Rick.
Producer Rick, say hi.
I'm getting a jersey.
You need to, man.
Producer Rick. But, dude, I'm like, my back's got I got that thing where I'm certain steps that get me, I just freeze. You know what I mean? It just takes my breath away.
Man.
Oh, dude, it's awful.
Hey, listen, I shouldn't say it, but knock on wood, my back's been good for a while.
Man, dude,
I messed up.
That was not smart.
I messed up.
I hate to.
But here's the
you
thing.
did that to yourself.
Here's the thing.
Tomorrow morning, you're like, dude.
It's really my blood pressure now, so it can't be So, I tried to give blood. Well, I didn't try. I successfully gave blood.
After arrest.
So I went. I didn't know they did this during the pre-screen. They ask a lot of weird questions.
Dude, he went in to give blood.
Hey, don't tell my story.
Okay, go tell it.
Don't tell my story.
Tell it, man.
So I'm painting it like I was the volunteer. Yeah. Somehow I got voluntold by my wife.
Yeah, voluntold. There
that her work was doing a blood drive, and they didn't know if they had enough participants, I guess, for the blood drive. So she was like, I signed you up to go give blood. You don't mind, do you? Well, yeah, I do mind. But guess what? Guess what old Jimbo did? He went over to the blood drive, and
we want to know the details of how that went.
So anyway,
what'd that look like?
What it looked like was disappointment in the beginning. I didn't even want to. Well, here's the thing. I don't want to say I didn't want to give blood. That's a good thing. Like I've given blood in the past, and I'm happy to oblige and be a participant if somebody can use my blood. But anyhow, I sat down, and they go through all their testing, and came time to the blood pressure test. Apparently, your blood pressure has to be under a certain number to give blood. And she was like, man, she almost acted like I wouldn't have known it was going to be high. I was like, I'm gonna set your mind at ease. I know my blood pressure is high, so we can get that out of the way. And she said, well, that bottom number needs to be under 100, which mine was not. It was over the legal limit, apparently.
Over the legal limit.
I said, did I get the high score of the day? And I guess she couldn't divulge that information, but she said that I was one of the higher scores. And if we were keeping score, I would have maybe came in at least second place, probably first. Anyway, though, Big Sam was over there, and he found that comical. That I had to wait. They gave me a water. They let me just.
They gave me a water.
They gave me a water. I guess that brought it down.
So, in other words, your blood pressure was high just from walking into the joint.
My blood pressure was high from walking from my Suburban to the door. Apparently,
he had to get back under.
I had to take a little break.
Dude, that's
but
awesome.
You know what though? I was able to give blood.
That's good. I don't give blood. I love the fact that other people do, but I just don't. I mean, like if I have to get like lab work or something like that. So
tell me what it is. Well, tell me what it is that you don't want to. Why don't you want to get blood?
I hate getting blood draws.
You don't like
the needles.
The
man.
needle.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because when they do it, it's it's just the thought of that, man. Them gouging that big old needle down in your arm and digging around and.
Well, here's the thing though. You just painted that picture.
Oh.
They're digging around. They're jabbing you. If you just go into it like, man, it's just a little poke. It's just a little poke. That's
you know what, man? It didn't used to be like that. So when I was younger, I was a lot heavier, and they had a hard time, and they would dig around. After I've lost a lot of weight in my latter years, I've got veins that are visible now. And honestly, the last several years, I've not had the kind of trouble.
See, there you go.
Used to be bad though, man. It used to be where they had to really dig around. I'd be all bruised up from trying to find a vein.
See.
Why are we talking? See, it was funny talking about your blood pressure, but now we're talking about whatever it's called. What do they call them people?
Phlebotomist.
Yeah, we're talking about phlebotomy and its effects on us.
But it's for a good cause.
Wow, the pod has.
Maybe one day you're going to need some blood laying around.
You know what? This would be a good time to say, if you're interested in conversations like this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. It really helps us, man, especially if you, so we definitely want you to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. That's the main way you can help us. But also, man, if you're watching the video, put a like or comment on here. It really helps the algorithm push, and we'll get this out to a bigger audience, which is what we're trying to do. Yeah. Obviously, and so. Man, how's your week been? What's been going on besides your fantastic blood draw, your blood giving?
During the course of that, I've become Nurse Jimmy as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Sarah went in for a surgery last week, and I took a few days off of work, and I've been tending to her. Here's the good news about it.
You're really trying to draw a nice picture of yourself.
I'm really painting myself in a good light.
Yeah, let me say this, because
I think that's it's about time that I do that.
I may not give blood.
Good for you.
But I went to McDonald's a while ago, and I did round up the 11 cents to
look at you. So over there doing your part.
Yeah. So you gave blood.
Where do you think that 11 cents goes?
I don't know.
Because they probably tell you.
Oh, it goes to the Ronald McDonald House.
Does it for sure? Yeah, that would make sense at McDonald's. But they're not the only people to do that. There are a lot of establishments that want you to round up.
I know a lot of people give to Riley.
And here's something too. Not to deviate from my good deeds for this past week. Here's something that really hit me sideways the other day. So as we're recouping, Sarah could get out for a drive. So we decided to take a drive to the local Orange Leaf. Now, have you fellas been to the Orange Leaf? Do you know what the Orange Leaf is?
It's been a couple years, but yeah.
So you go in there, and you pretty much serve yourself. Yes. There's just a bunch of yogurt machines or whatever, if it's ice cream, yogurt, sorbet, whatever it is. You are choosing your own destiny there. Yeah. You are getting the bowl, you're getting the cup, you are filling that up yourself. Then you go to the toppings bar, and it's solely up to you there again. To get the amount of toppings that you want on your ice cream.
There's so much you can.
There's so much. But here's the thing that really kind of got to me. When I got to the end of me actually doing all the work, when it came time for me to pay, and apparently you have to pay by weigh. I mean, they weigh those things.
They do. They weigh it.
Maybe I forgot that part last time I visited. Anyway, that's not the thing that got me. The thing that got me was
they want a tip.
She said, Screen's going to ask you a question.
She didn't even want to say it.
No, she didn't even want to say it. And it came up like a chance to give her a tip. Now, I did, just because I got suckered into it, But what did she do?
Hold on. Did you get suckered into it just because you just felt guilty if you hit no?
I was like, oh man, I gotta give her something for asking me this question. She literally did nothing in that transaction. Nothing. The only thing she did was ask me if I wanted a tip.
I think Lindsay's two girls both work there.
Well, I'm gonna talk to Lindsay. Lauren, Elise, we're gonna have a conversation after this podcast
about your tip money.
I want that back, actually,
dude. That is kind of.
But now listen, I have no problems tipping people. Listen, I'm kind of in the service industry. When I go out and play, I love it when people. So maybe I should roll back. I love it when people put the tip bucket to put the tip in the tip bucket.
I see your point though, man, because you tip people for serving you. They don't. All they did was charge you.
She didn't do anything.
Yeah, they literally take your money.
I even put my card in the slot. She didn't do anything but ask me to tip her.
That's like when
I did.
That's like when you go to buffets and they want to tip, and they do bring you drinks.
Well, they do bring you drinks. Yeah. I can see that. I can even go along with that.
With that, yeah.
But she didn't do anything. The door was even open. Nobody opened the door for me. I got my own napkins, my own spoon.
Did you sit in one of them fancy chairs?
No, we left.
You just ate it in the car.
Yeah,
I didn't. Good though. Yeah. What flavor did you get, man?
Well, see, I got the little. You can get the little divider.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I got. Let's see. I got toasted marshmallow. Mm-hmm. That's a flavor. And then I got watermelon sorbet. And then I got cotton candy. And
wow.
I just tried to change it up.
See, my favorite thing over there, and like I said, we ain't been in a couple of years though. If they still have it, is the pistachio. It's
pistachio.
Pistachio, I said.
It's pistachio. Is it pistachio? It's pistachio.
Yeah.
Did you say that right at the beginning?
Absolutely, I said it right.
Did my ears hear that it was? You didn't say pistachio.
No, I think your brain just didn't realize what it was.
I think I'm
but
just.
you know,
still
hey, guess
my
what?
blood pressure. I'm worked up about this tip thing.
Listen,
my blood pressure's already teetering on being
here's
high.
What I didn't tell you, but I got a special guest tonight.
Oh,
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to look.
Oh, dude.
Everybody, joining us in the studio for the first time is Mr. Mikey DeTalent, our special
Oh, you want to talk about blood pressure? You know, I kind of wondered why the seat was already pulled out.
We sound checked. We did everything to keep you from knowing, man.
This went from bad to worse. I'm already worked up.
Speaking of blood pressure,
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I sat down there for like 3 minutes listening to you guys. You guys are idiots. Like, dude, I will say last episode too, I could tell like you guys were struggling.
What?
All you guys did was have him look stuff up and just watch the screen like, yo, man, I didn't know that.
So this is going to be what this
is going to go off the rails quickly. Here, you know what I was dealing with on the last episode? Let me tell you, if I was out of a little out of sorts.
But I think though, before we do that, hold on.
Go ahead.
Let's at least put the camera on him and tell everybody who he is.
Oh, you hadn't even done that
No, we
yet.
haven't done that
No,
yet.
you know what? He doesn't deserve a camera.
He doesn't deserve it. So we just do it now.
Man,
That's your only shot, Mike.
is-
Enjoy that one while you can.
We had Trevor on the show. So
Yeah, we
now
did.
This is the first time that we have one of your children in
Yeah.
here. This is Mr. Mikey DeTalent. We talk about him a lot.
What's going on?
And
What's
Mikey,
going on?
hey, this is funny though because you think about the position he's in.
Yeah.
He's in here with his dad, his uncle, and his father-in-law.
That is a good point.
all bad, dude.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
all the men of my life. I can't mess this up.
So,
the door just locked downstairs. There's no way out.
Hey, I was the one that locked it, so here we go, baby.
I was out of sorts because I was worried about your mom taking her to get the surgery literally the next day. So that's what I was dealing with.
You were distracted,
I was distracted, admittedly so.
and I was just trying to pack him.
Yeah.
So,
You know,
what's the topic of conversation tonight?
it's just anything and everything, and probably going to be a whole lot of stupidity, is what I was counting
We were
on.
talking about before I came in here. I heard
We were talking about
Orange Leaf.
your dad struggled to give blood because he walked in the
Yeah, Mike was there. He knew.
Dude,
He
Sam
saw.
came out and got me. He was like, "It's all bad." I was like, "What's going
It's
on?" He's
all
like,
bad.
"Uncle Jimmy can't get blood." I was like, What's going on?" He's like, "His blood pressure's too high." I started crying, dude.
He's just laughing because his dad's blood pressure's high.
Where's my camera at? I feel like I'm looking off. Is it just directly in the middle?
It's right there,
man,
directly
let's
in the
try to get
middle.
some sponsors, dude.
Body armor.
What an
By
idiot.
Body Armor. Oh my gosh.
That'd be good.
I will keep it off of him as much as possible.
Please do that.
Hey, come on, dude. I was about to wear the gold chains and everything.
Oh
I'm like,
my
man.
lord.
I wondered if you were going to show up in like a wife beater, some basketball
I
shorts.
wanted to. You should
Yeah.
see what kind of dude. These are Rachel's.
So this is
He got on
yeah.
his wife's shoes.
What I like. This is him dressed up. This is him dressed up for the
Oh,
podcast.
dude! I wish you could do a close up. I shaved the other day. It's so off.
Oh.
You see that?
No,
You don't see
I can't
that?
see
Oh,
really.
dude, Flame's been set.
I just see like 4 hairs on your
That's
chin.
That's what I see.
All right, so it's gonna be a flame session tonight. I see.
Actually, Mikey's got a lot to talk about. Mikey's life has changed dramatically in the past couple of years.
Yeah, and really the past
Really the
year,
past year, yeah.
13 months.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell him what you did, Mikey.
Well, I got married.
That's one thing.
Is that one?
Yeah.
What's the big one? Married or a house? I would say married's probably the.
Married,
Well, yeah,
house.
they go hand in hand. But yeah,
Yeah.
you did. So you
And I got a dog.
Dog.
You became a husband, a dog daddy, and a homeowner.
Yeah.
In the past 12, 18 months.
Yeah.
Have you been married a year yet? Have you had your first
Yeah.
anniversary?
June 22nd was the anniversary.
You're already struggling with that date.
No, look, I got it on camera, so it's good now.
Yeah,
We're good.
man.
Rachel will see this and be happy. She texted me today because I told her, I was like, hey, I'm going to be on the podcast. She was like, don't be bad-mouthing me. Then she called me. She's like, hey, are you home yet? I was like, yeah, I'm home. She was like, you getting ready? I was like, yeah, I'm taking a shower or whatever. She was like, so what happened? Did they just like not have a guest and just kind of called you?
That's exactly
That's
what
pretty
happened.
much what
I
it
like,
was.
Wow, so you're like not wanting me to badmouth you, but you're basically saying I'm just sloppy seconds. I was like, wow, I appreciate it. That's
Not
great.
sloppy
She wasn't wrong.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's
No, I don't think it's sloppy seconds at all because you're. I've been wanting to have him on because he's just so wild.
Dude, I made like 6 Facebook lives about it. I was like, dude, get me on the podcast. Comment,
So
subscribe.
now there's
no
nothing-
one
Yeah,
commented.
hold on,
Thanks,
left.
people.
Hold on, nobody, don't say anything. what do you when I called him today, I said, hey, man, why don't you come on the podcast? We're not going to tell your dad. I said, I'll have you sneak up the steps and get behind him, which you did. That was fabulous. He didn't even know you were standing there.
No, I had no idea.
I slammed that door. You guys are dead.
We got
What?
we
You already
hear it? Yeah.
I didn't hear
Yeah,
anything.
I didn't hear it
anything.
either. But what? So don't say them. What do you think that when I said, hey, what do you think about it? Can you do it? What do you think the first thing he asked me was? What would you think the first thing Mikey said to me was?
Man, the first thing he said when you
Hey,
said,
would you like to come be on the podcast?
did he ask how much he's getting paid?
That's exactly what he said. Do I get paid for this? That's what he asked. I said, sure. I'll give you a kiss.
I'll take that.
You will make as much as we have made
I know
on this
yeah,
podcast.
You guys
absolutely.
get free energy drinks every time.
No,
Man.
those are out of pocket.
There's one in the fridge.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to get sponsored, dude. Zoom in on that, Rick.
Negative.
He said zoom in on it.
Negatory. He acts like we just got all kind of.
I thought you guys had like the high tech stuff, dude.
Yeah,
We're
well,
high tech rednecks.
Yeah, I can tell.
You
I
know?
can tell.
Which the funniest thing is we went up there that one night when the first time me and Laura had went to their house and got and seen it and stuff, and they were having a little get together or whatever it was up there, and I'll never forget going up, and as soon as I seen him like out in his yard, he was like he had on like shorts, like work boots,
Yeah.
a wife beater.
Mm-hmm.
His hair was like in some janky
And I was riding
ponytail.
on that
Yeah.
riding
I was like,
lawnmower.
my nephew's Joe Dirt,
yeah.
100%.
Well, my hair's a little bit
He's
better
Joe
than Joe
Dirt.
Dirt, but that's all right. I just watched that podcast today with him and David Spade and Theo Vaughn. That was really good.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
seen
they're
that?
doing a movie,
Are
or
they
they
actually?
they already did the movie now.
Wait,
I think it's in post production.
is that a new episode of the after Theo?
No,
Vaughn?
No, it's
like
been
a-
out for a little
I think
bit.
it was like a month ago they posted it, but I just found it today and saw it. It was actually really good. No, it's called Bus Boys. Yeah, you're right. They talked
Yeah.
a lot about it.
We still haven't watched we never did get to the new Adam said the
Happy Gilmore 2.
yeah.
Oh
you
man,
haven't
you
watched it
gotta
yet?
watch it.
No,
It's good.
but we did finish the Waterfront,
Yeah.
and that's fantastic, dude.
I told you.
I'm trying to tell Sam. I was like, Sam, if you like that, you need to watch Bloodline. I was like, you will like
Oh, yeah,
Bloodline.
man. He would
Sam
love
really
Bloodline.
likes it.
Yeah.
I read that season 2, they haven't signed it yet, but they fully expect it to come out summer of 2026. But there is some breaking news. Rick caught up on Dexter. Producer Rick has.
We are
Okay, so
ready
now
to
we
talk.
can talk freely. Good. I'm
You just watched
glad.
the fifth- You watched the fifth one? That was the
Yes.
last one. Oh my god.
We were here shooting.
What do you think so far?
I was bummed up until last night
Oh, really?
because I thought, man, he's going to get caught with that watch. He's going to get caught with that hood.
Hey, man, tell
He's
me he
going down
didn't-
for everything.
Bro,
Tell me he
Dexter's-
didn't do
dude,
that
And then-
just brilliantly.
Did he
And then
play
Lady
that, did he?
Vengeance.
No, dude, it was insane. Oh,
Yeah.
Dude.
Bye bye.
Yeah, dude, that was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
But
The wa-
still,
the watch thing shocked me. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh
Oh,
my gosh!"
that's
and then,
genius.
and then his boy came to his door like, "Thanks, Daddy."
Yeah.
Pretty much, like you know.
yeah. Then they did a little hand touch
Yeah.
at the end. That was sweet.
That was. That was.
So Dexter apparently has feelings now, at least for Harrison.
I think so. Yeah, I
You
think
know?
that's it.
Well, he always
but-
had, I mean, he always had somewhat feelings for Dad.
He did. He was never really completely the kind of psycho that
Yeah.
had no feelings. He did.
Yeah.
If he didn't love them, he cared for his family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't
Yeah.
want anything to happen to him, and he would have killed over Deb. I
Oh
mean,
well,
in a
and
heart-
you saw it at like the little dinner they had or whatever. Like everybody was like, you know, they just kill the kill. He kills.
Well, no, that's
certain-
what flipped, man. When he was sitting there at lunch, and he was like, "Well, you,
Oh, with that girl.
how am I going to kill a rideshare driver
Yeah.
if they're not a predator?" She's like, "Oh, I don't care about that." And he
he's
was like,
well,
Oh,
you saw it flip in him. He's like, "Man,
he went from yeah.
I'm not going to have a relationship with this."
Yeah.
with
She
this
immediately he wanted
person."
to get her, but instead
he
he
did.
thought better of it.
No, that was genius.
also,
It
if he
was.
would have killed her. When those people start dropping like flies, who are they gonna look at?
He might not have killed her, but he still took her life. She's
Oh,
going
He
away
did,
forever.
he did,
you know?
didn't he? He
And
did.
then Ann went ahead and pinned one extra on her, so
Yeah.
that. But that lady cop's not going to give up, man. She's
No,
she's
I'm not a
legit.
fan.
I'm not
I
a
do
fan
not
either.
like her.
But still, the most epic moment of this series so far is when he walked in and into that guy's place and his slides were in there.
Oh, and he
So
ran
it's
his
the
fingers
slides.
And he
through.
was like, "Don't
Yeah.
touch." And then when
Yeah.
he said, "Don't touch, please," he was like,
Oh, yeah.
"I will."
Yeah.
You know, he
What'd
wanted to
you
say,
say?
"Hold on, what did you just say to me about?"
Yeah,
My
my
slides.
slides.
But it was so reactionary. He did it, and he's like, "Don't touch." He's like, "Sorry," and like pulled his hand back.
Just
because it
habit
was
because
dude,
he
it was-
always does that.
Yeah, I know.
But then he went and got his like third set. Now is he on his third set of slides?
yeah,
they
third,
came in the-
third or fourth.
Yeah,
because they took it when they framed Dokes for being the Bay Harbor Butcher.
yeah.
Yeah,
I said I was
yeah.
upset up to 4, but it's been really good. But you know how they all end? I'm thinking in the back of my head, they're just going to pin everything on him, and that's it. And I'm going to hate the ending of the whole thing.
Because the writers
they
probably
they
gonna-
will ruin the ending
They
like
always
they've
do,
always
don't
done.
they? Right.
So
That's
we're on
one
like
thing, man.
this will be the
is the
third
platform I can get my rage
ruined
out on.
ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Writers of Dexter, address is going to be in the comments. Like we.
It's
need
like,
to
why
talk.
do you write this brilliant show and then just drop
just
a goose turd on
botch
at the end of
ending.
it? It's just awful.
I've got like PTSD. That's why I'm like,
Oh, you're
I'm so suspicious about everything. I'm like,
You're very hesitant
Like you
watching.
want to watch
Yeah.
it. You know, I will say that just because his name came up a minute ago, I did like that in the very beginning when he was still in his coma, that Dokes was part. And Dokes
Yeah,
was, they brought
I
Dokes in.
love Dokes.
I like Dokes too, man.
No, I love Dokes. Dokes is a great
Yeah.
character.
Dokes was really good.
Man, what's the Trinity killer's name? I can't think of his actual.
Well, Jonathan Lithgow is his
yeah.
name.
He was
not
in, like,
the
the-
actor's
but in the
name.
show,
Yeah.
in the show, his name was Arthur.
Arthur Mitchell. Yeah, no,
Arthur
I knew
Mitchell.
his name in the
Yeah.
show. I just didn't know his
Jonathan
actual-
Lithgow's the actor.
Well, he was in like the little dream thing too that he was doing.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
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 Like, dude, that
I
was
mean, Trinity
awesome.
was a huge.
Oh, that was. I think
Marker in
that
his
was
life.
probably my favorite season.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Do you like the Trinity
Yeah.
killer?
Yeah.
I hated when Rita got.
that was
Oh,
tough,
dude.
but that's what made it so good.
It was.
You
It
know,
was.
it,
It was one of
sucked,
those-
but that's what made
Yeah,
it
they
great.
had, yeah.
Oh,
That
dude,
was
I
good.
took a break after that. Where I was like locked in watching that, and then I saw that, and my mouth literally just
Hurt your feelings a little
I
bit.
called Jay instantly. I was like, dude, what just happened? He's like, oh, did you just watch the final episode of season what? I think
Yeah.
season 4.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm taking a break, dude. I can't focus right now.
And you know what's crazy? The first season they had, and this is spoilers for anybody who's considering
Yeah.
watching Dexter
for the first time.
for the first
That
time.
needs to be like the thumbnail.
But you know
of this
why
video.
did they blow that? He killed his brother in the very first season.
They did
Yes.
blow that. I think
I
they
think
put
they
all their
blew
eggs
it.
in
Think
one
they
basket.
should've-
You think they were like, okay, if we don't get the chance to tell this story and get renewed, this is pretty cool.
You think they
Yeah.
should have saved that for?
but I'm with you. I don't think they weren't thinking that far ahead.
No, I think they were
Probably
like,
not.
I think they're like, hey,
That's
let's
such a
lock it
good
in.
story.
We say that, but
Yeah.
that may be why it's a big part of why the show was
Could
so
be.
successful, man.
Yeah.
You know, that whole storyline of him, of what he went through as a baby, it kind of,
Yeah.
they endeared Dexter to us, is what they did.
They
And
did.
then, so, you know, the whole concept of that show was, let's make a show about a serial killer that everybody loves,
Yeah.
that people root
How
for.
can we do that?
Yeah.
Did you
And then-
watch the original? They're not the original sin. What was the prequel called?
Oh, yeah.
no, original,
Original
sin.
Sin.
It was
Did you
original
watch
Sin,
that?
yeah.
Oh, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So far,
We've
guys
talked about
So
that.
far, it's the best that they've put out.
Yeah.
Good ending.
And they
Because the ending,
nailed,
that's
yeah,
big.
right. And they nailed we
Yeah.
already talked about that too. They nailed
The
all those
characters,
characters.
man. Like
All
they
the
did such a
casting.
good job of
Yeah.
getting the younger versions of those characters.
Batista was great. Dexter, I think you said it in that podcast, dude. He had to study.
He had to study. He
His
studied,
mannerisms
yeah,
were
man.
so much
Every-
like.
Oh, dude,
all
it's
the
insane.
inflections, everything. He nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
You know, I think Michael C. Hall even has a little trouble hitting it like he did when he was younger now. You can tell it's a little different. He's
It is
still
a little
good, but
different,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He was so good when he was younger of being just so awkward.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he
He's
just
probably,
played that
he's
part
older than
so
you guys,
good.
I think he's like 50 something.
Well, we're 50.
Well, he's 50. So
No, he's like I think he's 52, 53.
Yeah,
maybe,
he's probably
maybe
old.
54.
so like your guys' age.
Yeah,
Old.
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't deny that
Don't
on this
deny
on
that.
this platform,
I
sir.
guess there's one of my jokes gone.
So, man, what are you up to? What do you do? What's Mikey DeTalent about? Tell
Like just
tell
on
the
a-
people.
on
We
a-
we know, but
On a random weekday or a random weekend night?
well, I don't listen.
I can answer this.
I meant go no, you
go ahead. What, I mean,
Well, I
maybe
didn't
a little
mean like a
better detailed
timeline.
question.
I didn't mean like a timeline of your day. I meant
Well, then nothing.
who's Mikey DeTalent?
Oh, who's Mikey DeTalent? Okay, let's see. Mikey DeTalent. The first thing I'd say is Mikey DeTalent loves the Lord.
Okay.
That's a good one to start out with, and his wife Rachel and DeTalent.
Rachel and DeTalent.
Rachel and the talent.
I try to do one good thing a day.
One good thing a day.
No, I'm a pretty.
He was proud. I could tell he was proud of
He
that
was.
too.
This is why you
When he
guys-
said it,
I
it was
try
like,
to
oh,
do
this is
one
good.
good thing
I'll
a
try to
day.
do
You guys
one
should have had me on with before the cool guest. This is just like some random wrench in the mud guest.
Hey, you already know what happened, man. We needed a guest. You
That's
got the
true,
call.
So you guys got me. But no, I mean,
But honestly, these are some of my favorite episodes, man. They're fun. This
Yeah.
is
Just with the kids?
We're just well, not just with the kids. Like Chad came on with us one day.
That was funny.
We're gonna have our dads.
Yeah.
We just got to figure out logistically how we have two guests on at the same time, man, because
don't
we're
have
not
another
set
mic
up for
either.
it. We do, but where are they gonna set?
Get another chair.
Yeah, well,
You could squeeze 2 guys in here.
You need to pull that mic down just a little bit.
speak
like that.
into it.
Testes.
You know what? Here's the thing.
G rating.
Here's one thing I thought about though before I even came into it. As soon as I talked to Michael, the first thought that I had was, how quickly are we going to lose our G rating
Yeah.
I
tonight?
felt like that was good. It's about 10 minutes in, and I said that, so
Yeah.
that's good.
No, well, that wasn't even bad.
Yeah,
I don't think
see?
that robbed us of our G rating.
I've been telling
So,
myself all day not to say obscenities.
So listen, you kind of blew the whole question of who you are
I know.
now. Let's talk about your upbringing. What happened in your childhood
Here,
to,
I can answer the
to
one
make
thing.
this?
He's 2K Mike now.
Yeah, I'm
2K
2K
Mike.
Mike. That's basically all I do is play 2K with my brother-in-law. So we're actually
Okay.
going pro. We just started streaming.
Did you?
No, my upbringing was actually pretty terrible. My
Yeah.
father-
I knew that was coming.
That was an opened opportunity,
Yeah.
wasn't
As
it?
soon as you asked that, I was like, oh, here we go.
My father was absent. My uncle, terrible too. Yeah, pretty bad upbringing.
Yeah.
No, I had a pretty good upbringing. My mom was great. I'll say that. Shout out, mom. Being homeschooled was different, especially because we'd go outside and these kids would come home and tell us about their day and everything, and it's just like, that's not how my day went at all.
Dude,
That's not
that's
how my day
hilarious.
went whatsoever. But it was also, I think we socialized decently because we had a lot of kids in the neighborhood. I mean,
Yeah.
you know that.
Right,
There's probably
because they were in my yard
I would
most
say
of the
there's probably
time.
35 kids at one point in the yard on summer nights.
I never
so-
had grass in the front yard.
Oh yeah,
ever.
skateboard.
Yeah, you did have a yard full of kids.
Always.
That's pretty
Always.
cool because most these kids were kind of the first generation of those kids that you didn't see outside, right? Kids
Yeah,
that-
that's true. Because
and-
when we were young, that we lived outside.
Your
That's
neighborhood was
what
like
it was.
an enigma. It reminded me of our.
It was,
our
wasn't it?
neighborhood.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we would go to like other neighborhoods trying to. Because I mean, at some point, like all the competition ran out. Like we played basketball with each other, we skated with each other. It was like, let's go try to find more kids to play with or competition, whatever. And all the neighborhoods around us was just nobody. There'd be like maybe 2-3 kids out, and we would destroy them anything we did. So that was that was fun.
You could have walked just a little further.
I did want to highlight
Yeah,
that
that's true.
that Mikey is very modest and humble.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
If you can't tell.
Humble beginnings, man. Humble beginnings. I try.
You guys did do a lot of stuff though, but it just reminded me of a story. This is one of my favorite stories of your childhood.
Oh no.
It's when you were out there throwing backflips, and your dad was like, "I can do that."
Oh yeah, that was all. No, it wasn't even a backflip.
It was a handspring.
It was a front handspring over like 4 or 5 mountain bikes.
I don't know. Now that story's getting
I-
convoluted.
I was about to say, hold on.
Okay, that's you telling
So
me.
it wasn't a
and-
backflip?
No, it was not a backflip.
Okay, so it was a front handspring over 4 or 5 mountain bikes.
Like-
It's easier for me to believe the backflip.
No, I promise, dude, because we were.
It's hard for me to believe that you would have thought you could do a handspring over several bicycles.
I don't think I would have thought that.
No, dude, I promise you, because we stacked them all up, and I don't know if we were just jumping over them or what. I
Okay.
think I was too young to be like. I mean, I wasn't like 7 or 8, so I wasn't trying to flip over.
Yeah.
I, think I, was
I
just
thought
jumping.
you were trying to do what he did.
Yeah, so I think I was just
Okay.
jumping over it and maybe rolling into
Well,
it.
there was no try. Whatever I did, I succeeded.
I can't remember you actually like sticking the landing.
No,
or
because
anything.
I
think
was
you-
like, yeah, boys, that's how it's done.
No, I do. So then I remember you just going inside. I don't remember from there. I remember mom telling me though you went in and just collapsed on the couch. Was like, Sarah, you gotta call the doctor.
We gotta go to
I
the
said-
hospital.
Something's wrong.
Is that what that was when they
Something's
found the
bad
hernia,
wrong.
right? Like,
Yeah.
that's what-
Ended up getting surgery not too long after that.
You threw a
that was-
hernia, didn't you?
I did, man. And that was the last time I ever attempted anything physical like that.
So far, before you could give blood, you had
Yeah.
to rest.
Yeah.
And now
You see where my life
you had a
is.
hernia from doing,
That's been the
from
past
doing whatever
several years.
whatever
Whatever it was.
gymnastic
I'm telling
things
you,
you
Are
tried
you
to
sure it
do.
wasn't a backflip?
No, I'm
Okay.
positive.
Because I could do those when I was young very easily.
Well, what were you like 20 something? 30?
No, I was 30 something.
Kane
yeah.
wasn't born yet, I don't think.
Okay, well then.
No, that's not accurate. Kane was born.
Kane was born?
Yeah, because Kane was born when we lived on Phelps, and that happened when we had already moved to where we are now.
I wish I could remember the year, man.
I would say, I don't think you were 7. I think you were more like 12. That's around the same time that, remember when you broke your arm? Like
that was from...
climb that tree or whatever?
Well, no, that was trying to do a backflip.
Yeah.
So it was around that time. I think it was a backflip.
Maybe it was then, because
that's what the story's always been.
I thought it was. Maybe it wasn't.
I think I'm right on that. You need to call Mom after this because I think
I don't know that she's witnessed that. She just witnessed me coming in.
Hey, Mikey, that was probably right around the time we all discovered Rapper the Don.
Was it? No, it was not.
No, I think it was.
No, we discovered Rapper the Don when I was like 15, 16. I think I had already met Rachel when we discovered Rapper the Don.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was already dating Rachel. Yeah, because. Oh no!
I feel like Rapper the Don has been in our lives for so long.
You know the girl Jay was dating, Emily. Rapper the Don looks just like her stepdad.
Yeah, I know,
dude.
Right?
Straight up. I mean, it is.
It was a double take, right?
Oh, dude! I asked her. I was like, "Hey, Emily, we found your stepdad." she watched it. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I need to call him." Thought it was him for a little bit.
And Rapper the Don has been a topic of conversation
on this podcast.
Oh no, I know.
Chief
Billy
Bowen.
If somebody could locate that guy,
I
would love to have him on.
You might have to go visit his gravestone. I don't think.
Well, no, I don't know. I've heard he's been in and out of. He's been incarcerated quite a bit.
I bet that guy's lived a hard life.
You think he's had a hard knock life?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I bet his.
And we give him credit for those lyrics, and I don't think that's his song.
No, it's not.
So then who
whose
wrote?
Song is it?
Who wrote that song?
I've tried to find it, dude. It is unfindable. And like get Trevor on it. I bet Trevor could probably find it. But I've tried to find that song. You can tell he's karaoke. Like you can
definitely hear. Yeah, he is. He
even says little karaoke fan.
Yeah, and he loses his breath like quarter way through the song, and then lets the song just keep playing.
But you know what though? He did have that song "Mama" when he was in the bathroom.
Hey,
that was actually pretty good.
That's a tearjerker.
That's actually a really good song. It's just him on the toilet.
On the
he's
toilet.
not using the toilet. He's just in the bathroom, sitting on the toilet, and he's creating a beat like on the wall.
All right, producer Rick.
Oh yeah, can you find that, producer Rick?
Rapper the Don is called.
I'm gonna pull this up, and it's gonna be Tupac's "Dear Mama."
No, do you remember the song?
I think it's called Mama.
Is it just called Mama? Rapper the Don, Mama.
Rapper the Don, Mama.
From the Ground Up Entertainment.
What do you give this on the scale?
Oh,
banger.
For me, yeah, it's a banger.
That's great.
Dude, anything he does
don't
is
lie,
be
Mike.
A banger for you.
It's a banger.
Dude, I don't know if that's
Mike,
a banger.
it's a banger.
I don't know if I could say that's a banger.
Dude, it's a
Mikey,
banger.
I heard you like this little weird kid on Facebook.
That kid that looks kind of deformed.
He don't look kind of deformed. He's jacked up from the
man.
Who are you talking about?
Back up. Little something.
Little man.
Little man D.
Dude, he's so good. No, he's actually good.
What?
Little man J. Little man J is his name. Hey.
He looks like Mikey.
No, man, that's messed up. No, he does not. No, he does not.
Rapper the Don, Mama. Oh, be there, baby. Nope, that's not it.
That's El Poco Don, though.
That was
shout out El Poco Don.
That was another childhood hero of Mike's. There's Drewski right there. Rapper the Don. Maybe put in Rapper the Don Evansville, and then we could go to his channel from there.
Yeah, we should be able to go to his channel.
If we go to his channel, this song that song will be on there.
Okay,
yeah, go to the channel. Yeah, look at that, man. 82 subscribers.
This guy's a state. Hey, more subscribers than you guys.
Hey,
no, we're above that.
He's got 18,000 views on Evansville. Yeah. Wabash, shine on him, 100 bars. Where is it?
It's gone. It's
no
gone.
What? No,
up there.
I don't see.
No, go do that arrow for videos, Rick. Down there. Yeah. Let's see.
It's not on this one.
Oh, did this dude take that? Oh, no, there it is, right there. Mama, 844 views.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will we get copywritten if we pull that up?
We shouldn't for this.
Yeah, I don't think he's
got this up.
I don't think he's got the licensing on those songs.
At Rapper the Don, 812-306-5967. But I did this for my mama, man.
I think we got his phone number just
now. My mama's a wonderful woman.
You're right.
Oh.
What's the chances that's still on?
Probably very slim.
Dude, you were serious. He's literally on the toilet. I told you.
Love you to death, but staying with me through the storm. Hey, mama. Stop every little tear that you shed. I'm sorry for the tears. Love you to death for staying with me through the storm when I was a little kid and I kept getting.
No, he's out of toilet paper.
No, you know it's sitting on the sink up there. It's
You're
too late to put it on.
You're right.
When I laid in my celluloid, missing out on Christmas, you still accept the call. Let me talk to my cousins for the holiday. Tell me you love me. Send me letters and a little change. That's real love. Don't you ever think I don't love you. Sorry for fighting with you when I was just a little youngin'. I was an ignorant, stupid little dumb kid. Now I'm grown and I'm seeing shit for what it is.
No,
And
I
I'm
know these
sorry.
lyrics.
I never
What's funny
meant
is
to
I'm
make
singing
you
it.
cry. Dear mama shed a tear when I wrote this rhyme. Mama, sorry.
He was proud of that part.
Oh, yeah.
Every
He
little
stopped the beat
tear
for
that
that
you
one.
shed for me. I'm sorry for the years I was gone. Love you to death for staying with me through the
Okay,
storm.
dude, don't make these people sit through this.
I know the whole
Hey.
way.
Don't make
Yeah.
these people sit through
We're
this.
giving you
I
gold.
was already
right now.
thinking, man, that's why I moved the mouse. I was like, it's not half done.
How long is this?
You know what? On the way home, I will listen. I will
You're
listen to
gonna
this
listen?
song. I
You're gonna
promise you
check
that.
it. You're gonna check it.
I'm
out?
gonna go back and and try to get that phone number.
Dude,
I
He
wonder.
did. He did give his phone
Yeah,
number,
he did.
dude, that was probably one of his burner phones.
Man, you might not be wrong.
or just. I mean, how many? What year did that say that it was?
It was 13 years ago.
Okay, so man, you were not 16, 13 years ago.
No, but we didn't watch those when they first dropped.
Oh, me and your dad did.
No, there's no.
We were
way.
subscribers.
Yeah, go look at the subscriber list. Oh my god.
I remember when the but I explicitly remember when you were like, "Hey, dude, you got to check this song out," and it was the Evansville song,
Yeah,
and I was
man.
like, "No way!" I think we're all at my house, and you're like, "You haven't heard this?" And
Yeah.
we played it, and we were like, "No way, dude, that is crazy!" And then it's so funny that Billy and Phil Smith are both.
Didn't you say
And they've
Billy's
got those
like,
cups made.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Did you say Billy's got like cups made with
Yeah.
his face
Oh,
on it?
Phil
Yeah.
swears he's responsible for a lot of them views.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he said that.
said that.
He said that when he was on.
Well, dude, 18,000's insane. Like that's crazy
Man,
for that guy.
some people post videos, and within an hour, they've got 18,000 views.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
is that
Mr.
you guys?
Beast. That's not us.
That's not
Yet.
after
We're
this-
trying.
Yeah,
We're
we're
going.
trying.
We're getting
after
there.
this video,
We are.
watch. I guarantee you.
Speaking of, you know what, everybody out there, if you would go ahead and click subscribe and like and comment on this video. Now back to our regular scheduled program. That was
That was
pretty
good. That was a
wasn't it?
little
was good.
little placement in there
It
in
was. That
was
the
impressive.
embedded in. I like that. Do it.
You know, I was thinking about this today. What you guys honestly should do is like local businesses around here. You should try to get some kind of sponsorship, like
Well,
Riviera Grill or something like that. That'd be awesome.
yeah, we're gonna do
Little
all of
sticker.
that.
Well, you guys.
Maybe we could get a
on.
DeTalented burrito.
Dude, that would be. See, that's.
Yeah.
Look at me coming up. With
Part
I mean-
white sauce, part red sauce.
See,
Oh, what?
I think we just came up with
I
something.
think I just made
another
something up.
first. You
Yeah.
heard it. The
You heard it here
talented
first.
burrito.
Hey, Mikey.
Maria,
Yeah.
Maria,
We're trying to learn how to
Jocelyn,
dribble
Jasmine,
before
all
we
of
dunk.
you. We need to
Yeah.
talk to you.
Hey,
I think
learned how
that's
to
a good
shoot
idea.
threes before I did anything. So
You did what?
you say we're trying to learn how to dribble before we dunk. Same.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We are literally 19, 20.
This is the 21st episode. I believe.
21. Okay,
Is that
so
right? I think
I
so.
feel
either 20 or 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always forget until I go back and
And
have to do them.
we'll
But so we're new to this, man. We're not very good at it.
Oh,
but
we can tell.
Here's the thing: these are the conversations that you did not know you needed, but yet here you are, sucked in, like Flynn.
Well, I mean,
Can't
I'm
do
here
nothing
because
about
I
it.
had nothing else better to do tonight. So
Well, then your life is sad.
it is kind
That's
of
the thing. When I told you no, you don't get paid. You're still here.
That's
Well, I'm
100%
just hoping
fact.
this blows up one day and they go back. It's like, oh my gosh, like
We'll
this-
erase this episode if we
That's
blow up.
messed up, dude.
You know Ryan's at home right now, like,
Oh yeah, I'm
Come
sure
on
he,
now.
I'm sure he probably
Where,
texted me.
oh,
No, he didn't.
you're missing out on your game,
I'm
and
missing out on 2K tonight, and he goes back to school tomorrow, so that sucks for him.
Oh.
He'll still be up to like.
it's
2
not like
a.m.
he's going to sleep.
Yeah, he'll still be up to like 2.
is he a senior this year?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's his first day
Man,
back?
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy that Ryan's a senior.
Oh, dude, that's insane.
So is Noah graduated?
Noah's graduated. He's going to USI.
So who's still who's still in school? Just Ryan?
And
Riley's a senior.
No, Riley.
Riley graduated.
Riley graduated this
you know,
year.
You know who Andrew is, don't you? The Snellings boy. Yeah, he's
Is he a
He's a
senior?
senior?
he's a senior.
Okay.
Man, other than that, I don't know.
It's-
Ryan's girlfriend is too, I think.
It's so funny to see those groups of kids. Like Sarah's been the youth pastor now for 13, 14 years. I don't know. And it just seeing, how all those groups shift.
We can say this for sure. Her first class, they're 25.
Well, no.
24.
Yeah, no, Jay's 26.
Well, Jay's 26.
So,
I think I was 12 when she first started over there.
So
okay. And it was structured differently.
26 and 24.
Then.
But essentially, though, our boys were kind of her first class before it started to grow and grew, and she got all these other, children now from all over the place. But they're 24, right? These guys are 24.
Getting ready to be 25 in a couple months.
25, and Jay's 26, getting ready to be 27.
Yeah.
So
that's how I got here.
Yeah, I know, because Rach started coming to the youth group.
How crazy is that, man?
Dude, right?
I mean, would you have ever thought that 14 years ago that you would be right here, right now?
Yeah, no. And I knew Brian even way before that.
Before that, right?
We went to school together.
And I think the first time I saw you was over in Henderson at the Audubon Park. It was for Lainey Defendahl's birthday party. And those kids were little, man. Like how old?
Yeah, they were all so young, man.
Yeah.
Well, because you and Rachel, you're married now. How old were you two when you started dating? 14?
14, yeah. It was summer year of 8th grade, so we were about to be freshmen. Yeah, 14, and I think we met in like June or July. What's crazy is I didn't meet her from going to that party because we went to Lake of the Ozarks.
That's right. And so it was just Sarah and I
she
showed
always
up.
says, she's like, I met your parents before I met you because she was at that party and we were in Lake of the Ozarks.
With me.
Yep. Yeah.
We were having a ball.
Oh, dude, we were having a blast.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was a fun vacation. You boys
awesome.
loved it. That's so funny because, we took them to Lake of the Ozarks and we rented a boat and we did some fun stuff. But both of your boys were like, we're moving to Missouri. We're going to
Jay
they were mountain men.
Oh, Jay held a very special place in his heart for Missouri for a long time.
His background on his phone was a picture he took of the lake for like 7 years, dude. Yeah, no.
You know what, though? That was the first vacation where they were kind of old enough to kind of be cut loose. It was all them boys together, so we let them kind of run wild.
Right.
So they did have a ball. There's no telling what they did.
Is that when...
we talked yesterday. Hold on. We talked on the Third Day podcast, my other podcast for the church yesterday about... And we talked about you and the stuff your parents find out probably from watching these podcasts from all the podcasts.
Oh, they're mortified.
And I wonder how much. Now, I know we've always been real open with our boys, but I guarantee you there's stuff we don't. We're still their parents. I wonder what all went on that vacation that I don't know.
There has to be some things that
I'm trying
went on.
to peel back. More probably happened in Alabama that you guys don't know about than Lake of the Ozarks. We were pretty tame in the Ozarks, honestly.
What I was going to say, though, real quick, let me interject. We do that a lot around here.
Yeah, I can tell you guys interrupt each other bad.
So that's just the way it is.
But it's not.
Isn't that, though, didn't you take my Suburban?
Yes, because mine cracked.
And then mine had a problem all the way back, right?
You know what it was? At the time, I had a little charger, a brand new charger.
Okay.
And we were taking your boys and my boys.
That you needed the room.
So we traded cars for the week. And then your car had car trouble. And
didn't you have to take it to a shop there?
We took it to a shop, yeah.
Yeah, because what was crazy is it was fine the whole entire way. And I think it was like right when we were about to turn into the place we were going to, like the entrance of it.
I think it's when we started climbing the
That's what it was. That's when we got up in there. It started like the whole car just started shaking. And I was like, well, we're stuck. We're stuck in Missouri.
Was it the gold one?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
It wasn't the white one. It was the gold.
And the gold one had that problem.
And you know what's crazy? I kept that thing for probably 6 more years after that.
I had
that Suburban for I think 8 years.
That was a known issue with that motor.
It was what was it?
It was like it was like a couple cylinders.
A couple cylinders that were known that would crap out.
Or
that
whatever
was a staple
was.
in the family, though.
It was.
It was. You had that for a while. You know what, though? And I remember,
did.
like, I felt so bad. I was like, man, I got his car and it's breaking down. But then when we got home, we found out that my brand new Charger had a big scratch all the way down the side of it because Kane rode his bike down and he fell into his handlebars in it. So I was like, oh, we're even. We're good.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
I mean
I just remember that. Yeah, what's funny is if I would have done that, it would have been all bad.
Yeah, it would have been totally different.
Well, you break things.
Well, I couldn't tell you the last thing I broke.
Well, I know one thing you broke. My camper light.
That was not me. No, that was Gavin.
Gavin,
Lawrence Bean.
They're in my garage and they're all fighting and they break one of the lenses on my light. No big deal. all they had to say was, "Hey, we were wrestling and we broke this light." But instead, what do? They hide it in a crock pot. And like that's up in the garage. And I find it like 6 months later. I'm like, what happened to the light? Nobody knows. I find it in the crock pot. And then one of the boys admits, yeah, Mikey broke it and put it in there.
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. That's a false story right there. Like that whoever said that is a liar, dude.
I think it was Sam.
Sam's a liar. Me and Gavin were fighting, and Gavin pushed me into your camper light. That is not me breaking your camper light. That's someone else.
Who hit it?
Gavin pushed my body into it. No. Oh, who hit it?
Who hit it?
Jay told us to hide it, and then I hit it.
Mikey hit it.
No, but it was Jay was kind of the mastermind behind that because he was like, dude, I just hide it. I was like, man, that's a good idea.
But he'll
never know.
This is the kid who, how old were you when you took a baseball bat to every single one of my fence posts?
That was like last year.
No, yeah.
No, I don't know. I was probably like.
Well, you know,
like what did you think that? How was that a good idea?
But you know what was? You know what was last year though? What was last year? Literally, we went. We're like, hey, let's all go fishing. We all went fishing. I was late, but on the way to go fishing, Jimmy and Sarah needed another rod and reel, so they stopped and bought one. And then we get to the lake, and Mikey's like, "This is the brand new one just bought." He was like, "Look, it's real strong," and just broke it.
Yeah, no, he did. He said, "Let me do the bin test on this thing."
No,
I said, "Dude, please don't."
Stories
do that,
get falsified here. You did it first. I know Uncle
No.
Brian did. Uncle Brian did. He's like, oh, does it like what's the what? I don't know what do they call it?
I
The
with
pressure.
common sense,
Yeah,
went to see what the action was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like this,
And you said
he
like,
went, "Let me see it."
well, you said like 40 pounds, and I was like, man, no way. And I was like, man, is this 40 pounds? And I reeled down on it. That thing snapped like a twig. Dude, that was not 40 pounds. If that's 40 pounds, I'm the strongest human ever. Dude, I barely did it. It was.
I know that's not. You know, another funny story is when me and Adam were working out heavy, and the boys started kind of wanting to come and work out.
Tell this,
Mikey
dude.
was like, "I guarantee you, I can bench 200 pounds. I guarantee it." Me and Adam were like, "Dude, you can't bench 200 pounds.
I was very confident.
You don't go to the gym. You're not used to it."
Yeah.
It's like, we're not saying you're not strong. We're just telling you can't bench 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Not yet. He's like, "I guarantee you, I can." Dude, I will give it to him. He valiantly fought for that 200 pounds.
Oh,
How close did he get?
He valiantly almost killed because he was like, "Don't touch it." And dude, he moved it maybe a centimeter.
So when it hit my when I picked it up, I was like, yeah, this isn't happening. Like I just knew. And then when it hit my chest, I was like, yep. That's bad.
I felt that weight.
Yeah, I
felt that 200 weight.
There's nothing I could do.
Hey, Adam says, shout out to Adam. He said I controlled it very well. But man, once that hit my chest, I was like, yeah, I'm done. If Uncle
He'll
Brian
never
would've been
forget
there,
that. He would have been dead.
Oh, dude, I would have just squirmed my way out of there.
Adam saved me several times, man. I would have I had a weak shoulder, but we would always do like dumbbell bench presses, and I got to where I was doing pretty big ones. But when I'd get them up, sometimes my shoulder would fail. There was a couple times he caught it right before it landed on my face.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's
but dude,
terrifying.
worst ever was when I first started working out with him. He set 100-pound dumbbell on the bench and it rolled off and landed on his toe.
Oh my god!
What kind of shoe was he wearing?
A Chuck.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, you said it exploded his toe.
It exploded. his toe.
Man.
Which toe was it?
His big toe.
Oh, that's tragic.
He had to go straight. He went straight to like the mech place or whatever. He tried to finish the workout. And I wouldn't let him. He was like, "No, let's just finish." I was like, "No, dude, you gotta go." I was like, "You can't finish the workout."
That's crazy. Trying to finish that workout.
He's
That's
wild. Yeah, I know. We went from that to, you know how much we work out now?
0.
That'd be
Probably.
Hero.
I was gonna say, man, you joined my club.
I am in your club.
Well, he's got a couple LBs to catch you.
I think I weigh a little more than you.
You know.
Yeah, but you're also like what, 6'2",
Oh,
6'1",
yeah,
and he's
What
like
are you talking about,
like
man? I'm 6'3" myself.
5'6", 5'7".
Why are you trying to undercut me, man? I'm 5'8".
It's a lot of, like I said, a lot of rumors have been spread around here. I'm here to spread the truth and tell the people what they actually.
Is that what
hear.
you are? You're a spreader of truth?
I try to be. I follow the one who told the truth, so I try to be.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
good to know.
Hey, that silenced you. Yeah,
Hey,
that silenced you.
No, it didn't silence. You'll never silence me, Michael. But here's what I want to know: how was Holiday World? How was Holiday World this past weekend?
It actually was not bad. Nobody got their phone stolen. No fights.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
I know.
Why would you even mention that? What happened? Tell me why you would mention somebody's phone geting stolen.
Well, let's say
at
Holiday.
World.
So for those of you who are watching worldwide, for our our international subscribers, Holiday World is a theme park here, and it's actually grown. It's a pretty big, nice place.
Yeah.
And Michael actually chaperoned a group of kids from the church that we all attend. But so that I'll kind of lead in with that, and then Michael made that statement, and then you can go on to why you
tell
made
us
that
why.
statement. Yeah.
Well,
Tell us why.
First off, say the trip went good. Every kid was alive. Nobody died, so that was good. Why I said the phone stolen thing was shout out to Neil Belmer. I'll drop names. He had the genius idea to not get a locker that day and throw our bags on top of the locker. No, it was his. Dude,
you're kind of blaming him, and I don't.
It is 1,000% Neil Hayden Belmer's fault.
Wait, are you seeing a pattern about everything that's wrong?
It's a lot of deflection.
He's a bus chucker.
Because I was I was there on that trip.
I was there too. I was there on that one.
What did I say?
You said,
Mike, here's some money. Get a locker.
Well, I had money to get a locker.
I gave you that money. I know you did.
No, I had other money. So I really should have just took that money.
So you had double money?
Yeah, I did have double
I got
money.
something else for that.
Man, dude. Hey, I wasn't the smartest kid. Still not the smartest.
But I had told implicitly, as your father, I told you, Mike, get a locker. Put your bag in a locker.
Remember Travis's fedora hat was in there that he liked so much he was upset.
So what I was in that bag?
My phone, headphones, cologne, nice long sleeve T-shirt, my wallet, and Travis's hat.
And what happened to that bag?
Oh, it got stolen. Because on the last time we went and checked our bags, made sure they were there, I got cocky. I was like, man, no one's stealing this, and just tossed it behind my back. And I think what happened was one of the straps was hanging down on the lockers. And some kids are like, what idiots did this? And then just probably, reached up there, snagged them. But what was weird is not everybody's things were gone. It was me and Kylie Culbertson's bag was gone. That's the only 2 bags that were completely taken.
So all of you guys just put your bags on top of the lockers?
Yeah. Yeah, it was me, Rachel, Neil, Kylie, Kaylee. It was a bunch of us, that just threw our bags up there, and me and Kylie's were the only ones that got stolen. Hey,
I remember Kylie's getting stolen.
I don't remember that part. What all was in her bag? Just her phone?
Her phone was in there too, yeah.
Wow.
And something else. I can't remember.
It'd be harder to do these days. We'd be able to track them phones.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that morning I was trying to find my iPhone set up too on my phone. I was like, man, I don't know how to I couldn't figure it out. I was like, man, it's fine. No one's stealing my phone.
Why am I not surprised that you couldn't figure out how to find my iPhone now?
No, because like I said, I was pretty stupid back then.
So this past trip, your youngest brother Kane went.
Yes, yeah.
And I said, man, he needs some extra money, for just a little spending money for this trip. So I gave him $40. I don't know, maybe that was not enough, too much. It didn't matter. Apparently, Holiday World does not take cash now.
I heard that.
So Kane had to rely on Big Brother Mike and Cousin Sam to buy anything extra he wanted on the trip, and they did.
And Kane is $40 richer now.
And he's not.
Did you take that from him, dude?
So he came. So after you left, after you dropped him off, I was like, Kane, how was the trip? He's like, good. And it's like, how, did you ride rides? Did you have a good time? Yeah, man, I had a great time. I was like, where's my change? He was like, well, unfortunately, you don't have any change. I said, what do you mean I don't have any change? You spent that whole $40? He started squirming.
Yeah, because I knew.
He was like, well, I think I might have 20.
He didn't have
I was like, oh, you spent 20? And he said, yeah, I've got 20 for you. I was like, give me that 20.
Also, he was trying to pocket that other 20.
And then his guilt couldn't take it any longer. He's like, I've got the other 20. I was like, where's it at? He was like, I can't find it. And I said, I already talked to your brother.
No, I told him, I was like, dude, lie to Dad. Tell him that I told you to lie and it'll be fine.
He did very, very, very convincingly. He was like, well, unfortunately, you don't have any change.
So wait, did you really? Hold on though.
Did you take the 40?
Did you really take the 40 back?
Yes, I did, dude.
That's messed up, man.
I was like, dude, you can have this $40. And he's like, no, it's okay. So it's like, well, you don't have to tell me twice.
Dude, that's insane.
Now I have my $40.
That makes me, he should have lied. Like that makes me mad.
Does it?
Yeah, because his niceness hurt himself. That's
it did.
Up.
No, he shouldn't have lied. He should have told the truth, but your dad should have let him keep the money.
No, yeah, I guess that's honestly what. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
sometimes the best lessons you learn in life are the hardest ones, right?
Yeah.
You're not keeping my $40.
Like I said, my dad was absent in my life.
Except for that time I told you to put your bag in a locker at Holiday.
Yes, except that time. I did not listen.
Yeah. That was some dad advice. And
that was very sound dad advice.
I should have listened.
Yeah.
because
But you know what's funny though? Ultimately, that just cost me money.
No.
What are you talking about?
I had insurance on that phone, and I worked.
Wait.
Hold on. How did
you had insurance?
My
Oh, I
mommy,
see.
My mommy got me insurance on that phone.
Yeah, man.
My mommy did.
I
My
worked-
mommy had
I
insurance
worked
on my
with
phone.
Papa laying carpet and got that $200.
Okay.
It was $200. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
He did lay carpet with his
He
Papa.
did.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, other than waking up at 3:45 every morning
Yeah.
and having to go pick up carpet that had human fecal matter, dog fecal
So
matter.
you were taking up carpet
Yeah,
in a residence.
Ripping
It was,
up carpet.
pretty terrible.
That wasn't on the new carpet you bought, was it? I'd switch
Well,
stores.
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
Papa really at that point in his life didn't care what happened to the carpet. So
I was going to say, I can't imagine how much easier you had it on the install jobs than your dad and Ray
Yeah.
John.
Oh,
Yeah.
he definitely babied me and Jay, but dude, Papa was a hard guy to work with. Like, I mean,
You know
Did
what?
you have to carry him on your back?
Oh,
Like
dude,
put him in
yeah.
your pocket?
Yeah.
I would have to, shout out Papa, man. He's 79 years old, still laying carpet. Like, that's crazy. But when I was
No,
like,
because the truth of the matter is, if you're on a job site with him, you are in his way.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
Yeah.
1000%, dude.
Yep.
And it doesn't like what made me mad about him is I was ready to joke and everything. You know me, I don't care. I'm a jokester, but not at 4 a.m. This guy picks me up and has had 12 pots of coffee. And he's like, hey, come on, Mike, let's go. I mean, he is bouncing off the wall.
He is a morning person.
Yeah,
He is a
1000%.
morning person.
But he goes to bed at 6:30.
Dude, I remember
Yeah.
when we
In
were
the
young.
evening.
Yeah, the
Remember-
sun's
yeah.
still up and everything.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember when we were young, like we pretty much had to move down to my house after 7 because he was going to
Yeah,
bed.
he was
oh,
asleep.
yeah, he was done for,
We-
dude.
yeah.
I think that's why you spent so many nights down there with us.
Yeah.
It's because your house went dark at like 7
It did.
p.m.
It did.
Everything was just gone.
And then that's when Chad would show up at 3 in the morning and be
Yeah.
like, let's go to Mount Vernon
Yeah.
and get a soda.
Yeah, blue knee high.
Started splashing water on him.
we
Shout out
talked,
to
We
Chad,
told that
man.
we
story.
talked about that
Yeah.
with Chad on here.
No, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm mad you guys didn't tell the combo story. That makes me so mad you didn't tell the combo story.
Well,
Oh no, I won't tell
it's
it.
incriminating.
How's it incriminating to one of you guys?
Yeah, Chad, because he stole that kid's combos. We had been out night. We had been out there. I'll tell the combo story, man. Me and Chad, it's when we were doing the mortgage industry stuff.
Yeah.
And that time in our lives was a party, man. That's
Right.
all those people did. Like we went to like parties and rubbed elbows
It was like
with
it was like
people.
nice
Oh,
parties.
my-
too,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. And then one night we went with a friend of ours named Kevin, and we had been at this other guy's house that Chad was partners with, and I don't know, we had been drinking heavily all that night, and we dropped this dude off, and he had these combos, and when he went to get out of the car, he had this big bag of combos. He's like, I can't find my combos. Where's my combos? And I swear, I promise on every bit of my life, in front of Jesus and all the angels. I know you shouldn't do that, but this is how serious I am.
Okay.
So the dude was like, I can't find my combos. I was like, I don't know where they are. And I was like, dude, I don't want your combos. I'm like, it's like, what are you trying to say? The fat kid stole your combos? And anyway, we were adults, but obviously. But anyway, after we left, Chad pulled out dude's combos. He's like, you want some combos? Like, he stole this dude's combos, man.
Dude,
This dude was
it's
so hurt. You don't understand the disappointment in this dude's face and eyes when he
Oh,
couldn't get when he
he
couldn't
really-
find his
That's
combos,
what Uncle
man.
Chad
Those
said. Like, he was like,
combos.
guys, come on, man. I'll share them with you. I promise. Just give me a couple, man. I'll share them with you guys. He said he was like depressed over it.
Yeah.
So you maintain that you did not take those.
No, Chad.
Chad maintains that he did not take those.
Chad is a liar.
Listen, that seems more in your character to do that
To
than
steal
Chad.
the combos?
Yes.
No, what's in his what? No. What?
Come on.
Dude, that is more in his character.
Brian.
And what's even more,
Brian.
what's more in his character is to vehemently lie about it
Okay,
and never
listen.
come off the truth.
Listen.
Because at this point, he believes his lie. No.
He's convinced.
You heard what I just did. I promise no crosses count.
but
Never,
no, I
nothing
can
ever.
tell because we're talking, and I really believe that you,
I didn't-
you in your mind and heart think that you didn't take those.
I did not have nothing to do
What?
with taking them.
That
You're a
just
fool.
Seems like that's something you would do.
It wasn't that night. Chad
but
stole
no,
his combos.
but admit to me that's something you would do.
I mean, back then, I wouldn't do it now.
Yeah, you would.
No.
He said, yeah, you would. That's messed up.
I would just tell you, hey, man, I'm taking your combos.
Yeah, give me a couple
And to be honest, even back then, I would have been like, hey, dude, I would just open his combos in front of him.
I'll give you that.
You know?
I'll give you that.
Chad stole them, I'm telling you. And then he slicked it. It was like, hey, man, you want some combos? As soon as we pulled out, dude, like the second we pulled out, he cracked them open and he was straight chaw jawing them, man.
Did you get a couple too, though?
Oh, I got some.
You did get some too. So.
I ate the combos. I was laughing.
Hey, let's be honest. They probably tasted better than any combo you ever had in your life.
Ain't no combo like a stolen combo.
Dude, I will say, Uncle Brian, I feel like would admit to that though. If he did,
he would.
I would.
Hey, we know Uncle
Yeah,
Brian.
all of these years later, why would I not say I took the combos?
You were very, very strong
Look at
opinions on
all
this.
of the other things that I have admitted to in
That's
my
what I'm
life.
saying.
You know,
He's done a lot worse than steal some combos. Like he would admit to that.
Well, now it's just the principle of the story.
No, I
Neither
know.
one of you come up off of it.
I
So
know,
listen, do you really think Chad has said it so long he believes that he didn't take those?
Yes.
He's just convinced of his delusion. You think?
Yeah, I believe he lied to himself. You know?
Well, I guess if you do it enough, you.
I love him. He's my brother, but he does that.
Man, shout out Uncle Chad. Uncle Chad, I got your back on him, man. God.
Chad the combo thief. He did, man. He did. And as soon as we pulled out that dude's driveway. He had like a big long driveway. See, I remember it explicitly.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm seeing the holes in the story.
No, there's no holes. The long driveway was the dude's house that we were at, that we left, and then took the other dude home who had the combo.
Okay.
He lived in an apartment, actually.
Okay.
I can tell you the apartment's over in between, like, you know, them white apartments, like between Covert and Washington. You know what I'm talking about? Before you get to like Professional Boulevard, they're the ones right before that. And if you go down the street, that Horizon Homes and like the Hardee's is right there.
Yeah.
And you go around the corner, and them white apartments.
Yeah.
That's where they live.
Yeah,
We dropped him off there, and that's where he wanted his combos. And then as soon as we pulled out of that was the car. We pulled out, dropped him off his apartment after he gave up, and he's like, man, my combos. Like, man, you know, whatever, you left them over there. We don't know where the combos
funny story is this: they're both lying. It was the other guy that took them. The other dude that they dropped off, it was that guy. Did you say you dropped? Did you say
we
you
didn't
dropped
drop another guy off? We were at that guy's house.
Oh, you're
partying.
at his house. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I thought you dropped another dude off and he just took him.
No, I think that's the
Okay.
funny part of the story is he couldn't have left them over at that guy's house because I think we bought them on the way home.
Like,
on the
in between.
Like we had just bought
Yeah.
them, and they all of a sudden
Just
they were
did a
gone.
gas station shop.
Chad shanked his combos, put them under his driver's seat. Chad was driving.
Okay.
Chad took his combos, and as soon as we left the apartment, it was like, "You want some combos?" And yeah, dude. And he was Choctawing them, bro. He was eating them like they.
Oh, I bet he was.
Hey, he was eating them like he stole them.
Yeah. Uncle Chad, I got all nervous too. This is the first thing I've ever stolen in my life.
He wasn't nervous. Chad did a lot of funny stuff, man.
Yeah.
I remember when he got that. Well, the first thing was like, Chad was probably the most excited kid ever in the entire universe to get his driver's license. And then I remember the first time he went to take the test, and he was so happy, and he failed it. and then they came home, and like I was told not to tell nobody. It was like that was top secret. That was embarrassing that he failed it.
Tell everybody.
And he thought, no, I didn't. No,
You didn't
I
tell
didn't.
anybody.
And then I'm telling everybody now. And then
I
do you remember?
I knew that.
Then they slicked.
He went to another
He
location.
went to the other one
He went to
because
the
back
other
then
branch.
everything was still on paper, right? And he passed it up in Newburgh. He took it in Evansville, failed it, went
I
to
remember
Newburgh,
that.
and passed it.
Was it like same day he did that?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
They were like, let's
man.
just try, because otherwise he's gonna have to wait a week to take it or whatever it was. And he
Yeah,
was-
there's no way you could do that now.
oh, dude, he was mortified.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's some license to
And
drive.
I was told I better not tell nobody. And
I'll say it now. I failed my permit test twice, dude.
but I remember
I was so mad.
here's what I remember though was his first car was that little orange VW.
Yep.
And like before he got his license, he was like practicing out in the driveway. And he ran into the house.
I don't think I remember that.
Yeah, dude. He scarred it up. How do you run into a house?
Did he hit like
You know he's gonna have some story. He's gonna be like, "Oh no, man, it wasn't
Well,
my fault."
see, here's what it was.
It's like he didn't steal the combos.
What? So, what was he reversing or going forward?
I think he was going forward. You know that was a manual.
Yeah,
so I, don't know if
I remember that.
I don't know if his foot slipped off the clutch. I don't know, whatever it was. Because he'll tell you he's Mario Andretti. Oh, I'm the best driver I know.
He doesn't even drive anymore.
I know he doesn't. You're right. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Karen can drive. Like if you go on a trip with her, you get ready because she's gonna keep up with you. Or if you let her take the lead, you're gonna have to keep up with her.
You better keep up.
She drives. Yeah. But I remember, that was what was so funny to me. It was like, man, Mr. Car Guy. And when he failed that test, but you failed it twice. I remember that.
I failed my permit test. Like the actual driving test, I passed on my first try, but my permit test, I failed twice. Yeah, that very angering. I remember getting up from that seat, dude. I was about to rip that screen off the wall. I was so mad.
How'd you fail it, man? You didn't study?
Oh no, I studied. That's what's even more embarrassing. It was just it was just pure stupidity. I think I got real nervous and I just started clicking buttons at that point. I didn't know the answer, so I was just like A, B, C on each question because it was multiple choice. And
dude, I literally remember going in to take my test and using a filling in bubbles.
Like with a pencil.
With a pencil, number 2 pencil, yeah.
Yeah, it was all digital for me.
But I didn't have to take, did you have to take did you have to take like the test where you drove with an instructor?
Yes, yeah.
See, man, did you have to do that?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't have to do that.
It was that license branch there on right by Wesselman's on Weinbach, in that same complex. You know where I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I know what you're
you used to
talking
work
about.
right there, right?
But did they have driver's ed though when you were?
Yeah, I took driver's ed,
See, then that's
and
probably
I got an A in the class, so I got a waiver.
I took driver's ed summer school.
Who?
That guy that you drove around with?
He was my football coach.
That's what I thought.
You know what's funny?
That's what I thought. I thought you told me.
My experience with him was he was not cool to me.
Man, that's so crazy. I'm surprised he wasn't because of your last name.
Well, no,
you
he
just
said
some
I was.
plain
He
kid,
said that I
dude.
was cocky
Because
we were pulling out. I was pulling out of the parking lot and I waved at somebody. I think it was Sarah. Maybe I waved.
No, it was. Yeah.
And then like he slammed on that brake that they have on their side. He was like, "All right, Mr. DeTalent, that is exactly not what you do during this course. You don't take your hands off that wheel." I passed. It was fine. It was a summer school class. But anyhow.
Did you not pass with a B or better?
I passed with an A. What are you talking about?
Well, then you should have got a waiver and not had to take that driver test.
Man, that didn't work that way.
Yes, it did. That's how
It didn't work that way for me.
He's lying.
That's because you got a C,
I was about to
homie.
say that's what happened.
Dude, there is no way in the
A.
world I would have got a C in that class.
It's-
I might give you a B. I don't even think that I got a B.
It was a
I'm
B
pretty
or
sure I
over.
got an
A B or over was a waiver. You got a
There's
waiver.
just no way.
We didn't have
But
that
anyway,
in Kentucky
you didn't. Did you have to take the driver's test?
with a state trooper.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Man, in
it was
Kentucky?
nerve wracking.
Yeah, I bet.
And
Man.
you still had a parallel park,
Did you have to parallel park?
Mm-hmm.
See, we went. You remember, Mike? We went and practiced downtown. I took you and your brother
Yeah, no, I
to
remember.
parallel. Like,
And I was the easiest to teach, 1,000%.
yeah. But anyway, I don't even think they made you parallel park.
I've
did they?
never.
No, they did. Not with two cars. It was just one.
Oh,
They
it was
made you
just
pull up
one.
the
Yeah, I've never
yeah.
taken a driver's test.
Really?
Besides on the paper one. Yep,
Man.
never in my life.
No, I didn't get that. But you know what we did? Literally, we went around that block. He was like, "You're good."
I kind of wonder if it was because if summer school wasn't the same.
That could
as
have
the
been because I
accredited.
took it. Oddly enough, it was summer school at U of E. That's where they offered it
okay.
at. And I was super young. Like I barely made the cutoff to get into the summer school course. The way.
Well, maybe that was why too. Maybe you had to pass the course within a certain amount of time.
that might have been
To get that
because I had my
waiver.
permit like for a
long
very long
time.
time.
Well, now it's like you're dang near like almost 17 before you
Well,
can get your license.
see,
Yeah,
back
you
then
are.
it was
It's like
it was 16 1 month and 1 day.
Yeah, now it's like 16 and 9 months or something.
No,
like that.
remember that
It was 16 a month and 1 day.
1 month and 1
Yeah,
day
it's
because
like
I
when
got
we
my
did-
license June 23rd.
Yep,
If
I
you
got
take
mine
driver's ed now, would
July,
you have to,
or September 2nd.
Yeah.
you did.
Mhm.
And what's your August 2nd,
August
right?
1st.
August 1st.
Ours was different. You turned 16, you went and got your permit, and then exactly 30 days from that, you took your driving test.
That's how it was in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I had my permit when I was 15.
Yeah,
We-
we
hey,
did not.
we
I
put-
had my permit
we-
when I was 15, but we were driving a lot longer than that.
We put that permit to good use.
We did, didn't we? That permit was just a piece of paper.
I was with you.
I had a car. We
Yeah,
were driving.
I know. We talked about it on the
Sorry,
podcast.
sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I was driving to high school way before I had a permit.
we talked about that's funny because we talked about that last night. Remember on the third day we talked about me and Jimmy driving the Prelude after his parents would go to
Right,
sleep or
yeah.
whatever. And
How
I
old
said,
were you? Like
Yeah.
14?
You were that's what I said. We were late 14, and
Yeah,
then 15,
somewhere around
and
there.
then 15 on. You know,
You idiots.
Yeah.
That would been so.
I don't know.
What was the plan if you got pulled over? What was the plan?
Probably run.
That's so dumb.
Don't get pulled over.
That was the first part of the plan is not to get pulled over.
Yeah, the plan was that we're not going to get pulled over. That was, and you know what? We didn't.
And I can remember one night for some reason Daniel Gerhardt was with me, and this was probably my parents were out of town, so I stayed the night over at his house, and we came up with this elaborate plan for some reason. Neither one of us had our license. He had a CRX, so we drove.
I remember the CRX.
We drove to my house in his CRX.
I think I remember this story.
We took the plates off of his car for some reason. I don't know why, man.
You put him on the lewd? You put him on the lewd?
We put him on the lewd. So, and his house was big enough where his parents' bedroom was in the very back. There's no way they wouldn't have heard us walk out their front door. We went and got a ladder behind his pine tree. His bedroom was on the second story. We got a ladder and climbed down that ladder to go, got in the CR, pushed it out of the driveway, drove over to my house, changed out the plates for some reason.
Why didn't you
drove?
Because I bet you didn't
because we were idiots.
I bet you didn't have plates on the lewd yet.
You know what it was? I think you're right. I think what it was.
Your paper tag was expired.
It was expired. Yeah. And my parents were like, well, it's just sitting in the driveway because he's not driving. That's what it was. I think you're right. That's what it was. So we put his plate on. And so then I followed him back to his house. We put the CRX back in the driveway. We drove around all night. We went out to CFC on Millersburg Road.
That was a haul.
We were doing donuts in the parking lot at 2 a.m.
We're not going to get caught.
Why would you want to bring attention to yourself at that point at 15 years old without license?
I wasn't there for that one though. I remember the story, but I wasn't there. That was just you and Daniel.
Were you out by like Southeast Side and you drove all the way out to CF? Like I know right where that's at. I used to play that's where we practiced basketball.
We drove around everywhere.
That's insane, dude.
And that seemed like a good idea to do at that time.
Did you depart from Kolb or Kathleen?
It was Kolb.
Okay.
And then Daniel lived on Chandler.
Because you got the Prelude before you moved to Kolb.
No.
Or did you not?
No, I think
I felt like it was.
It was almost like right when we moved to Kolb.
See, I felt like the Prelude was parked on Kathleen for a little bit.
Maybe. You might be right. If it wasn't for very long.
Yeah, not for very long.
But anyway, we drove around till the sun came up.
Was that a stick shift?
No,
that was the CRX was. But
the CRX.
Anyway, we went back to his house, pushed the car out of the drive, and dropped the Prelude off, changed the license plate back, and pulled into his drive. And we didn't take the ladder down off of his roof.
Did they catch you guys?
Well, they didn't catch us, but his dad asked, why is there a ladder by your window? And he just gave him some excuse, and it was they were none the wiser.
There.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. Yeah.
Another good story for you.
Another good story.
Good. We had, man, I remember for a while, me, you, and Dan went to like a mall or a movie like I felt like every day, but I guess it was like once on the weekends or something like that.
And in the summer more.
We would go to the $2 movie.
The East Park. It was called East Park 9 at that point, right?
Yeah. Or we would go to a mall.
Yeah.
And get in trouble. I still remember walking down Washington Square Mall when it still had places in it. I remember we were right in front of Foot Locker.
Yeah.
It's my life.
And you hawked. That's funny that he knows that story. Yeah. You hawked up a big lug. It was gross. And you spit in an ashtray because they had ashtrays in the mall back then, right?
I remember that.
And some lady was like, gross. And you were like, it's my life.
Like, why? Like, what? Why even say that?
You remember that?
Kind of, yeah. I remember the ashtrays. I don't remember spitting in one. But I don't know. That sounds like something I would have done.
He's even heard the story. Yeah, he called it out.
I think I've heard you tell that story. Yeah, that's a great one.
It was right by Foot Locker. Because that mall, dude, if you go in there now, they still got pictures. It's incredible the amount of things that were there and how that was that was the first indoor mall in Indiana.
Yeah,
Washington Square was.
Yeah,
was it really?
Yep. Dude, they used to have big. There was a Burnham's there that was really big. There, or no, was it Bainham's?
Bainham's shoe store.
Yeah.
And they had monkeys.
Monkeys in the window.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Monkeys in the window.
They had monkeys?
In the window, bro.
Like big monkeys or like?
They were like little
spider monkeys or something.
Well, I just watched the last podcast. You guys were talking about like
chimpanzees. Yeah, no, they didn't have no chimps.
I'm getting a silverback and I'm training it. I'm telling you, it's doable. I've watched videos. It's doable, dude. I'm telling you. It is.
Okay. What are you going to train him to do?
Anything I want, dude. It's a freaking silverback.
Yeah. You're not going to get a
that grocery bill seems like
if not, I'll just take Sam.
I know. Yeah, just take Sam. He's a silverback.
Yeah.
That'll work.
I already got him trained, though, so it's...
But that mall had, remember, there was a Foot Locker.
Yeah.
There was that what was it? World Bazaar or whatever it's called.
They had a record store in there.
Yeah, it was Disc Jockey.
The Gold
Was
Mine.
it Disc Jockey? The Gold Mine.
Gold Mine, the arcade.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's tons of restaurants in it, man. There were like Paul's Fish and Chips.
Yeah.
That changed a lot. But there were tons.
Didn't they have an Orange Julius there?
They did.
Then they had a farmer's daughter.
That was the big. That's where like
that was where you could go and sit down.
Yes, and
yes.
that was where part of Chasers is now. Right. That was that big section.
Casey's timeout.
Oh yeah.
Timeout.
What did I say?
Chasers. Hey, don't say that.
Oh yeah, right.
Don't say that.
Take that down. No, I meant
there's a new place. It's not Chasers anymore though. They just got bought
now. It's
out.
called Strings.
Six Strings.
Six
I think,
Strings.
something like that.
You know, I think the owner of Bad
Hornet's
Randy's.
Nest.
It's the owner of the Hornet's Nest.
I got told the owner of Bad Randy's was part owner of that.
No, that's the Hornet's Nest. But I think the guy who owns the Hornet's Nest and Jeremiah Gailey, the guy who owns Bad Randy's, I believe they went in together
On Strings.
on Lamasco.
Oh, that's right.
That's what Rachel was telling me. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But no, Six Strings I think is just the guy who owns Hornet's Nest.
Yeah, okay. Are they keeping it Lamasco? Or are they going to keep the name?
Man, I don't know.
I don't know that either.
They need to.
Yeah.
I know that's like a historic.
That's kind of like a
thing,
historic.
right?
That part of that part of town was called Lamasco. Right?
Yeah.
that was what that was.
Yep.
And I do hope they keep that name. That was a good place, man. A lot of drama wrapped around it, but
there was at the end. But I'll say this, man, we had played there quite a few times. Like the sound was really good. They had a nice proper stage. That was a good music venue.
yeah.
Trevor,
and I think
Trevor and Travis played
Yeah,
there.
they did. That was their first show.
That was the
With him.
recital.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool that they actually got to play there.
But Jeremiah is a musician around town, and from what I understand, they're gonna keep it like music centric, and I think they're gonna have like more like original bands to come in and things like that. Is from what I saw. So that'd be cool. I think Evansville needs something like that. Not me. No, I don't do originals anymore.
Well,
I'm just a cover
that
guy.
Strings place is supposed to be like a Nashville style bar now.
Yeah,
which
is really
was Chasers.
Chaser, and then Bud's across the street.
Speaking of that, did you see the dude that got beat up at Chasers? People having blasted on Facebook this week.
What happened?
He got arrested for like domestic abuse.
Oh,
so people are saying, here's the person everybody was standing up for or whatever.
That's horrible.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
I know. And
Welcome to
I didn't see
Evansville,
that.
Indiana.
Welcome to Evansville. I'm from Evansville.
I'm from Evansville, baby. I'm from Evansville.
I didn't see that. I missed that.
home of the Purple Aces and beat down at Chase's.
Think he's gonna get some pro bono work now for?
Oh man,
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a.
No, I bet you, Neil. I bet you that Chapman guy that's his attorney is probably like, you idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
Oh,
What
sure.
are you thinking, dude?
I wonder if he called him first, like, "Hey, man, got this case
got
for you.
some bad news.
Yeah, bad news. That's terrible.
Well, he went from victim to assailant or whatever. Offender.
Where did you see that at?
On Facebook? Like one of our older friends.
Okay.
Posted it, and I was like, and he's one of our friends that was on that. I think he was friends with the people at Chasers that own it. That did all that stuff.
I got you.
So,
gotcha.
But I was just like, oh man, it's like that kind of makes it hard to defend the guy, man. He's a sucker if he's over there beating on his woman.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, dude, it's awful.
That's
Michael,
tragic.
don't ever do that.
Do what?
I don't.
Yeah,
mean,
don't.
Yeah,
I don't care about going to jail.
I don't mean that. He would never do that. I meant go to a bar and get beat up by a bunch of guys, and then go get in and then like play the big victim all over the news, and then next thing you know, 2 weeks later, you're in the clink for something stupid.
I think the only danger that he'll have on getting beat up is if he don't load my equipment right.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you know what's funny?
You don't even
show up anymore, so that's not even a thing.
That. The last show you played, I was there.
The last show I played, you were there?
Rooftop. And I didn't help load anything up because you had Logan East, shout out Logan East, and Kevin Menace. I'm actually wearing Kevin Menace's hat tonight too. You can see that. Yep, shout out Kevin Menace.
That hat say?
Raised Rowdy.
Oh, that's actually his hat. It's not his branding.
It's from Fish gave these to us. That's what we call them. If you know them like that, you call them Fish.
Oh, we're trying to get him maybe to come on the show, man.
Oh, are you actually?
Yeah,
we are.
Yeah. So
we're trying.
And hopefully that's going to come through. I think that'd be a
Don't
really
do
good.
that
He
to
seems
that
like a
guy,
really cool
man.
guy, man. He seems,
Yeah,
too cool for this.
You're not though.
Oh yeah, hey, just the right amount of lame.
But man, Kevin's man. He's still man. That dude's a hustler, man. He's still got. It looks like he went to something not too long ago, and he had all kind of posts when he had some. Who was the guy that he was? Was that the Ella Langley guy?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that was Ella Langley up in Chicago, I believe. And it continues to expand for him. He had a couple more guys reach out to him from some of the up and coming country bands that are wanting to get together with him. Yeah,
Skillet and talk to Skillet's.
And yeah,
guitar,
he had already had
the girl.
No, he
No,
had already had a connection there. I believe that it's one of the guitar techs for Skillet.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, in Skillet, like it's rock Christian.
yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
metal.
They have
almost.
that song "Monster." If you've ever heard that song,
Yeah.
like, I feel like a
They're
monster.
pretty big, man.
Oh, dude, that's
Yeah.
like one of the big. Like that thing's got like 500.
They're the headliner at Winter Jam like every 3 years or
Yeah, and that was
something
another
like
thing that he kind of got involved with. He gave that guitar away at the Winter Jam here in Evansville. It was a Way FM and Menace Guitars collaboration that he built that guitar and they gave it away there.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh yeah, he got on stage and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
He gave he did that guitar giveaway here for a fundraiser.
He did a collaboration with Cam.
Cut with
Yeah.
Cam's cutting boards.
Oh yeah,
That was a
Didn't
very
the kid
cool
get
guitar.
That guitar too.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
thought so.
Well, Dale got it, but it was for
It was for his granddaughter. Right.
Oh, okay, that's
That was a very cool guitar.
I think she might be like 8 or 9. She's
Yeah.
a little
Oh,
girl.
really?
Yeah, which was pretty cool, man.
They should do another collab like that. Yeah, that guitar was awesome. I think those could sell really well.
It was they did that cutting board pattern, that chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool.
Yeah. So you could play guitar and cut your vegetables on it.
Well, yeah, theoretically.
Yeah.
Well, you could. Yeah. We could do that with any of your dad's guitars.
Yeah, really.
And guess what? I wouldn't care.
Because you wouldn't be able to tell. They wouldn't even look much different, really.
Yeah.
No,
But
they would
we were
not.
saying, what we were talking about is how you don't even show up to help anymore.
Yeah. Non-existent.
No, like I said,
He had to
I was
rely on Laszlo the other day, and someone stole his guitar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did hear that. That's hilarious, dude.
He's like, I got you. Your guitar's right there.
It was just
It was the
case. Who got the guitar? Was it Kevin?
It was Sam Hahn.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, Sam's the one that had the guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, isn't Laszlo like the same size as the guitar?
He's not too little.
No, he's not too little. Yeah, he's
grown up a little
he's
bit.
probably my height.
He's
now.
a
He might be
smaller
small-
guy.
He might be taller than me now.
I
Is
got
he the guy I met at the tattoo shop?
Was that
Oh, I don't know
Laszlo?
that.
Rocky's brother?
Yeah,
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 Rocky's
Laszlo,
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like he was
How long ago was that?
last year.
Oh,
Really?
If I had to guess, I'd say Laszlo's like between 5'8" and 5'10" or something.
Yeah, I'd
in
say
there.
something like that.
He's
Sorry,
not-
Laszlo.
He's not a huge guy.
yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely not big. He's
I
taller
bet
than me.
you.
a bit,
I bet
though.
you he's a wildcat.
Yeah.
If he,
Okay.
I bet you he's a
I
wild.
think Laszlo
because he's
probably get
yeah,
rowdy.
Yeah.
I
He's
could
so
see that
nice.
out of
You know
him.
what I mean? He's one. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the nice guy.
Yeah.
He was a cool kid.
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
nice.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
he's so sweet.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I just
He
was
is
talking to him
awesome.
the other day. He's cool, man. He started a new job or something. And I was like, hey, congratulations, whatever. But yeah.
Well, I think he's
I thought
going
he
to being a fitter.
That's
is,
what I
is
thought.
that what it is? Okay, I think he must
I
have
was-
I
started.
think
now.
Derek. I think him and Derek are real close.
Yeah.
And I think Derek's got him in the.
Is Derek a fitter too?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah,
is.
man. He's got like, probably
He's a journeyman.
15 years
Yeah, man.
or so.
Well, every DeTalented's been a fitter almost.
Maybe compared to Rocky, he just looked small.
That probably is too. That's probably
Rocky
true.
is real tall and lanky. Rocky's big. Rocky's a
thick.
bigger guy. Yeah.
He's actually thick now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old's Rocky, man?
Oh, I don't know, 30 something, I'm sure.
There's so many.
Is he the
DeTalents.
oldest out of them?
No, I don't.
His guy's sister, it's older, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think
Who is it? Who's the sister that's
Maybe-
older than Rocky?
maybe Nellie. I don't know.
She just got out of prison.
No,
Whoever
that
it
was, I believe, Nellie.
That's Nelly.
But
How old is Boog?
I thought Booger was the oldest.
Yeah, I thought Booger
I think
was too.
Booger was the oldest.
Yeah, I think Booger was his first.
And if any of our family listens to this, they can correct us.
Yeah, they can
let us
tell
know.
us. Yeah, because obviously we don't know. But I do think
It's
Booger,
hard to keep up with, 300 cousins.
I know when your dad is one of 18 children.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
yeah, it
Well,
gets-
that's what
You lose
Sam.
count.
My kids will be Sam's fourth cousin.
yeah,
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like that's wild.
it is when you think about it like that.
Four
Because we're all so
cousins?
close.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
And-
technically, you're my second cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Sounds weird to say.
I know, like, yeah, that's
No, technically, I'm your uncle.
yeah,
Technically, I'm your funkle.
Yeah, I've said I've called you Brian once in my life, and that was a mistake.
Yeah. He got in trouble for that, remember? He did it on purpose, too, being disrespectful. He was like,
Did he?
what, Brian? I was like,
Nah.
oh, yeah?
I got snatched up
The
quick.
kids have got me calling you Uncle Brian.
No,
like,
no, it's okay. That's what everybody does. Yeah, dude. That's how they call him. Kevin Minnis calls him Uncle Jimmy, and Kevin's like 40.
Yeah.
Well, he's not 40 yet, but he's, he's getting
Kevin's
close.
like 42, 45, something like that.
42, 45, something
That just
like
for
that.
men ain't fooling nobody, bro. Just let it gray out.
Just for men. No, what is Kevin really like? 36, 37?
I think Kevin is 36, I believe.
Oh, that's right.
35 or 36.
We've talked about this because he's Matthew's age.
Yeah.
I think he's a year younger than Matthew.
I think you're right.
All the kids, man. Have you?
you know, all my kids call you Uncle Brian.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Almost all the kids around here do.
They do.
Well, Gavin definitely does.
I know. Well, Gavin calls me bad words.
Yeah, Gavin's an idiot.
Preach.
Hey, you know what's funny
Yeah,
is that's
God.
not the first time we love Gavin, but that's not the first time he's been called an idiot on this
No,
podcast.
he actually just called me. I need to call him back when I get out of here.
When you tell him he's on the podcast, dude, he's gonna explode. Dude, how in the world are you on there and I'm not?
Oh,
you know,
dude, yeah.
I guarantee you.
He'll probably call you
He'll
tonight.
probably be calling me.
Yeah, he will.
He's
going to pay to get on.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to pay to get on. Yeah, you should do that. We're actually charging a fee now, $150
to be on the podcast.
Yeah, to be on.
We're
the
helping
podcast.
you market yourself to tens and tens of people.
To tens and tens of people.
That's actually smart though. Good for you guys.
Maybe that's the route we should take.
Hey, maybe so.
Yeah.
Man, I seen today that Hogan
Yeah.
and Ozzy both
Heart attack.
died of heart attacks.
Saw that.
So, Ozzy's and Hogan's was something to do with some surgery on his neck or back or something. Man, I don't know. That really sucked because they're just showing him here recently and how he was still just crazy and going and
At the convention, he was just.
yeah, dude, he was wild, man. He was so it's hard to believe that Ozzy. Let's be honest. Everybody's waiting for that phone call.
Well, yeah,
was
that was
quite a
not
bit
a big
older, too,
surprise.
wasn't
He
he?
was
Yeah, man,
76.
He
was. How
Is that
old
what it
was
was?
Hogan?
Hogan's 71.
71.
So he was-
But you know who else died? That was really part of our childhood. Just this past Sunday, I
feel
believe.
like I've seen this and I know, but I
Yeah.
can't think about it right. I can't think of it.
Lonnie Anderson.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah.
That's new. You
I
just
have
told me
no
that. I
idea
did not know
who
that.
that is.
So-
You know what's funny? I just seen a picture of her on Facebook a minute ago. That must be what it was.
That was
but I didn't
probably
have
what it
time to
was.
read
So
'cause
you remember Lonnie Anderson, don't you, producer Rick?
man, she's from WKRP in
Yeah, she
Cincinnati.
was the
baby.
receptionist.
She was the receptionist.
She was the receptionist.
Yeah, you guys are talking way old stuff because this
That
is
was-
all going over my head.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
No, does not ring a bell.
How about Welcome Back, Cotter? Welcome back.
Lonnie Anderson.
No,
She probably doesn't look familiar to you, does she?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Cause of death revealed. What was the cause of death?
Oh, that's who she
revealed?
was too. She was Bert's
She was.
girl
Well, it was
forever.
They were married, weren't they?
Yeah.
I think so. Lonnie Anderson, was she? Oh,
August
look at that.
3rd,
She was.
2025.
Was she 80 or almost 80?
79.
Wow, man.
She was beautiful.
WKRP in Cincinnati, man. That was Venus Flytrap, Johnny Fever.
She looked very similar to this beauty right here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
You're proud of that Dolly
She kind of
shirt.
does look like Dolly Parton a little bit.
Yeah.
That was the.
You know what I love
going
about
look
you know
back
what
then.
you know what my favorite thing Lonnie Anderson was ever in was
Three's Company.
negative.
What
She's on an episode of the Lou Ferrigno Hulk.
was she really?
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
She was a karate expert,
really.
and she was acting like the victim, and then
she took care
David
of some
Banner
business.
found out that she was really the killer.
Ah,
It was the one where they put him in the they put David in the. Did you ever see the one where they put him in the car and they was crushing the car in like the junkyard?
Oh, yes.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
That's the one she's in. That's yep.
I don't remember that one.
He
but
come busting out. Hey, guess what? So Marvel announced now Lou Ferrigno is reprising his role as the Hulk in the new upcoming movies, and they're not using CGI.
what?
You're lying.
I
no
swear.
way.
But
That'll
he's not
actually
going to be like the
kinda
main
cool.
Hulk. I'm telling you, Chad sent it to me.
Dude.
Today.
Well, because they're doing all the what's it called? Like the other universes. What's that called? Like the multiverses.
Yeah,
So
everything's
they'll probably have
multiverse
him.
now.
How old is Lou Ferrigno?
Oh man,
He's got to be in his. He's in his 70s, right?
Gotta be.
He's somewhere there around on like. How are they gonna?
He has
man,
to be. I was a little child on the floor watching him. As
that's
the
what
Hulk.
I'm saying, man.
Yeah,
I
how are
don't
they
think
gonna
he's
do
got the
no
physique
CGI?
anymore to be the Hulk.
Check that out.
If
That's
him,
what Chad sent
If
me
that's
today.
him still, that's insane.
He's back. Actor Lou Ferrigno returns as the Hulk. Man, sure enough.
Dude, that's crazy. Actually, if that's still him.
You know, he was in Evansville, and he went to our cousin's pizza shop. Remember that?
Steve?
Yeah.
Like
Steve and Debbie's. Yeah, the Village Pizza and Taco.
Dude, their pizza shop was so good.
They're on Green
We
River
had
Road.
cousins that had a pizza shop. I didn't know that. I never knew that.
Yeah, but anyway, Lou Ferrigno went in there and had some tacos because they had tacos too.
Probably ate
Mikey, not only that, but listen to this, dude. Here's how old I am. When Steve and Debbie owned that pizza shop, it was right. You know where their little fence company is? Right across from Kay's school.
Well, okay.
It used to be a little.
Do you know where
fence company.
Casey's?
Yes,
Where
yes.
Casey's is?
gas station
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
It was like right there. And when I went to Kay's school, we're talking, dude, that is kindergarten through still elementary school.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
we could walk across the street at lunch and eat at that pizza place.
Was it the Casey's gas station or no?
It was set. It kind of set to the left of it.
Did you
because
say how old he
then
was?
that was Neville's IGA right there at the grocery store.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
And then right next to it was it. For years, it turned into this little building called Tri-State Fencing or Evansville Fencing or something. It sat right there. It was in that little building, but they had. It was called. Wasn't it called Village
Pizza and Taco. I want to see like.
I wish I would. Was it good? I bet
It
it
was
was
fantastic.
fire.
Back
Oh,
is
man.
how strong is Lou Ferrigno? I want to see an image of what his body looks like now.
What?
Oh, 73. Okay, that's not like super old.
What?
But dude, I think he's.
Well, when you're
Oh
50,
my
that doesn't
gosh.
seem super old, man.
I think he stayed in pretty good shape, man, throughout his older years.
He looks like Bruce Pearl.
Man, he
He
does.
does look like Bruce Pearl there.
I think. Well, anyway, I think that would be pretty cool. Lou Ferrigno Jr. is 40 years old. Carla Ferrigno, 76. I wonder if they're still married. So Hulk ran from 77 to 82, 5 years.
We talk about old shows that we watch both, and that's
Yeah.
one that never comes up, dude. I watch it all the time.
Yeah, you were always a big fan.
Oh, I love it. It's on YouTube. You can watch those episodes
Like
on
the-
YouTube.
all the episodes
and they
on
got
YouTube.
all the movies too, like the Hulk Returns, the Death of the Hulk, the Hulk and the Hulk goes to jail or whatever.
Do you remember the old Hulk, the fake Hulk? He was like an older guy.
Oh, you mean the first?
Is that what it
That's
was?
what the episode's called, the first,
The first.
where the dude got his Hulk back, but he was mean. He wanted to kill people.
Bet he was an older guy.
And then
You could tell.
and then he destroyed the antidote, and Hulk was like,
Is that what it was?
David Banner started crying, and then he turned into the Hulk, and the old Hulk got washed.
I think it's
Yeah.
Bruce Banner.
That's
not
actually one of the
David
few that he died. He got killed.
No, I think it is David Banner.
It's
No.
David Banner.
Yeah.
David
Banner.
Banner.
The Hulk's name is David Banner?
Yep.
No, I put money it's Bruce Banner.
No, it's David Bruce Banner.
Well, you guys are talking about some old head stuff now. Yeah. Gosh.
Isn't it a shame when people bring up the way stuff was actually created and written?
Yeah, when it was lame.
Wait,
And he painted his
So-
body green.
so the transition from David and Bruce that throws you off that bad?
bad, yeah.
Really?
Honestly, hate.
So for I don't know why, but so on the
That
70s
right there's
TV,
not cool. What are you talking about?
Man, look at that.
dude, it was awesome.
You know how
Dude, that
high
looks
tech
like-
those contacts were back in the day?
that looks like
Oh,
a thrush
You
video
think
right
about
there.
that.
No, what I love the most, dude, is if you ever find a picture of it or you ever watch one of them, anytime he's like running outside and stuff, he's got little green footies on, little green socks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. And there's this one episode. Remember the episode where he fought the bear in the river, in the stream?
Do you see what that says?
Yeah, it's wrong.
David Banner.
Oh, there he is. Look at them eyes. Woo. Dude, when you seen them eyes and you heard this right here,
Oh, you knew. Yep.
you knew,
You knew what was getting ready to
you
happen.
knew somebody was about to get
Oh, that's
hulked up.
You know, I didn't know that was ever a show either. I thought it was just a movie. I never knew that. I didn't
So,
know
dude,
that.
listen, there was this one episode where he fought this bear and they were in a stream and it showed it was funny because like you see this big bear, like you can tell it's a trained bear wrestling with him. And then the next thing you see is like this stuffed bear flying through the air, little Hulk through him. And then it shows him, doing his flexing,
Yeah.
and you can see the green paint just running off of him because
Oh,
it was
that's
because they were in the water, they were in the river,
There's
That's
two
like
shows
funny.
I look forward to as a child: The Hulk and Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh yeah, Dukes
Yeah.
is good too, man. That's one though I
never
don't ever
seen
see.
either.
I don't ever see the Dukes of Hazzard. That's a good one. I don't ever
Yeah.
see the old episodes. I see all them new movies, which they were all kind of cheesy, man.
Yeah.
But the original was good with Tom Wopat and
John Schneider. Yeah.
And whatever Daisy's name was.
Catherine.
Yeah, that's right.
Catherine something. Dang it.
Boss Hog. And Roscoe Pico Train.
See, this is why
I think
you got
that guy
topics
recently died.
Did he?
I think so.
Man, you know who I love
Enos.
I love
Enos?
Flash. Yeah, I like Enos.
Yeah.
But remember Flash?
Like the new Flashes?
Flash was Roscoe's dog. The Basset Hound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Cooter.
Yeah, man.
What a name! Dude, the Dukes of Hazzard said, "Watch this. We're about to name a character Cooter." Since this is supposed to be in Eastern Kentucky.
Somebody twisted that word. I think Cooter was fine back then.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Like, I think we had a conversation the other day in which you used that word, Cooter.
Oh, yeah,
You
probably.
did. That's funny.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You surprised me.
Did I?
It. I just wasn't expecting that word.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, and just so everybody knows, it wasn't in like a bad, nasty type. I just remember when you said,
was.
I just remember you said the word, and I was like, did you just say Cooter?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta bring up those old words.
It is. Well, man, this has been fun talking to Mikey. Mikey, thanks for coming on with us.
You know, I appreciate you guys, I guess.
Yeah.
You guess?
I mean, it was all right.
You realize you're pretty much alive because
Shout out, Mom. I don't want to hear this mess.
I can actually tell you your origin story.
Hey, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Let's talk about your origin story.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Everybody, do not forget one more time. Comment, like, subscribe. Ignore my cough there. And as always, we can't wait to see you next week. We do got some special guests coming on in the next couple of weeks. Next week, we have the Vandenberg County Sheriff, Noah Robinson, that's going to be with us. So excited about that. So like I said, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so that you don't never miss notifications that we've got a new episode to drop, because these are the conversations that you never knew you needed. Jimmy, tell them bye.
Well, bye.
Oh, Mikey.
You guys are idiots.
That was a good show.
That was a good show.
Dang
Perfect timing.
good show.
Sending me to the grocery store.